부릉부릉.
Chroma! We're coming for you. Even though I didn't really level up anyone. Did whatever I wanted to do before coming in, but damn, how hard can it be really? Famous last words, right? But at the same time, you get the ego gifts in dungeons. I'm sure I fought some enemies before that I will fight in here due to like the mirror dungeon and the luxcavation and fretcavation and anuscavation stuff, and we can do it, right? Let's take a look at our identities that we have. That looks fine so far. I've noticed that a lot of the people I use are fatally weak against piercing damage. I do wonder what type of damage these nails deal. I do wonder why Sinclair always died. why I thought that. He was just so weak against it. Actually, let me check Rodian. Is she weak against... No, she's weak against blunt damage. Maybe they're also dealing blunt. Who the heck knows? I also didn't uptie anyone else, so it's basically the same as it was in the last episode or whatever. I'm gonna try to get through this in level 25 or not. Most likely we will be able to get through most of it, get a lot of the story, but I fully expect to be stumped at, presumably, Chroma. I don't know, I said this last time I think. I don't know if they will do a rug pull, because I also thought that we would fight Sonya. But we didn't fight Sonya, right? It ended with a regular battle against hard enemies, admittedly, but there was no proper boss there. Unlike the first dungeon where it was lots of abnormality battles. Anyway, let's just... we can do it. I can do it. I believe in myself at times that I'm somewhat capable if I put my mind to it. The ranch facility we entered was not as well preserved as the one we had visited in District 4. Also, I want answers. It seems N-Corp's Inquisitors have been using this place as their base for a while. Various torture devices and bits of flesh and machinery, like those we saw in town, came into my sight. Makes you wonder, right, if they still use good old-fashioned torture devices like these. Seems like either they didn't come very far with torturing people, unlike A, who literally extracted the brain of someone he wanted answers from to put them into an endless loop of suffering, staring down into the abyss of humanity, possibly making them crazy if they weren't unhinged before, and holding a bucket all the while. Good old A. Funny guy, eh?
이제 제발 그만해. 너무 고통스러워서.
여자가 고통을 논하는군.
필시 거짓 아픔일 것이다. 신경 쓸 것 없다.
아니야, 정말 아프다고요.
불순물을 몸에 붙일 때는 아프지 않았는가? 인간이기를 그만두는데 마음이 소리치진 않았는가?
Well, usually you're under like anesthesia when you're undergoing such procedures, right? But I don't know, maybe that's impure as well for them?
그만. 이자가 참회를 하기엔 이미 늦었다. 보아라, 눈물도 흘리지 않지 않는가. 거짓 고해라는 것이다.
God, imagine if they had found the people from Arena, like the cyborgs. What were they called? The ones that basically turned themselves to the cyborgs but then couldn't properly eat or taste anymore. Which is the saddest thing about the story, and the only thing I remember really. I can't remember their names. Oh, they were right before the warp train though.
아니야, 눈물 흘릴 수 있어. 그러니까 제발.
확인하지 않을 필요까지는 없지 않겠는가?
물론 거짓 없는 울음은 인간성을 의미할 테니.
감사합니다. 정말 감사합니다.
Why are we just watching this? Why are we not intervening?
자, 그대의 눈을 들추어 보겠다.
눈물샘마저도 추악한 불순물로 몸에 붙인다고 하니 직접 보지 않으면 신뢰할 수 없다. 그대의 눈을 뽑아 그 자리에 살이 들어차 있다면 내보내주도록 하지.
Oh God.
뭐, 안 돼, 안 돼.
Thank you, Rodion. Thank you. Holy shit. Why did it take so long?
이단은 벌레와도 같군. 홀로 자리하지 않고 끊임없이 대업을 방해하는 것이 아주 흡사하도다.
Rodion shrugged when I looked back.
왜? 이번엔 나도 한번 나서보고 싶었어.
It's okay. I mean, I was just waiting for someone to do that. It blows my mind that Heathcliff hasn't rushed in here screaming like a fucking monkey. Okay. This goes quite a while. This goes up to the apparently the ritual square in the Hill of Corpses. That's where we're going. Spoilers ahead. Oh, the second floor seems to be huge. Jesus Christ. I do realize what they're trying to do with these dungeons, that they're supposed to feel epic and long and like a journey and stuff, but from a gameplay perspective, it's just not as much fun to do this for like 2 hours at a time. Do we... let's do an abnormality battle rather than a... Yeah, let's do an abnormality battle rather than a regular one. Basement entrance. The Inquisitors have transformed this branch facility into a torture chamber for prosthesis uses, committing blood-curdling murders. The townsfolk were powerless against such torment. Oh, it's... I think I've fought these before. Yeah, I have the story unlocked. I can just breeze through this then, I guess. I really gotta wonder how the story will play out. Due to me editing stuff, I've taken a look recently at like chapter 2 again. And it was interestingly different to chapter 1, so I don't know what to expect out of chapter 3. If it's gonna be something completely different again, or if it's more like chapter 1 or chapter 2 or... Oh shit, Saude, you're still alive. A faint voice calls to us from the corner. Saude was resting against the wall, exhausted. I've had this conversation on YouTube a few days ago. I was like, where the topic of dying in the city came up. Since I was a little bit, let's call it flabbergasted by the fact that something like bringing back the sinners didn't seem so absurd to the people watching it. Apparently, since there's so many singularities and things and stuff that can bring people back, but at the same time, the more stuff you have that can bring people back, the less impactful actual deaths will be. So even seeing this now makes me think, well, why can't I just use some kind of singularity on her, or like cryo freeze her, or I don't even know what else? Because apparently bringing people back from the dead is not that big a deal to begin with. I mean, K-Corp especially, for example, they killed us. The hero did. What was his name again? Siegfried? He killed us and he didn't seem to bother that we came back just fine. He didn't even question it, to be honest. I guess, I don't know, he must see weirder things on a daily basis. But this is a very dangerous path to tread, because the less impactful you make deaths, the less impactful the story in itself will be, because so many things hinge on certain people's deaths that have kicked off so much. Just starting with Lobotomy Corporation, all of the events basically kickstarted with Carmen's death, which was kickstarted by Enoch's death, right? If that hadn't happened, Carmen might have never killed herself. And if Carmen hadn't killed herself, A wouldn't have basically doomed or killed everyone around him. Thankfully they came back through the light, but still, so many other deaths as well. Angelica, spoilers for Ruina, by the way, but well, if you're watching this, I sure hope that you play the other games. You Fiffy fucking secondary. Who else died? Jae-hoon's son died. Many people in the stories in Ruina died. That made... Well, the fact that they died inside the library might have made it worse because they couldn't have been recovered that easily. But even then, releasing the light back, did it also revive everyone that was in the library? I can't quite remember. That would be... I really wouldn't like that, because it would feel like everything we did some really bad things to good people by booking them, would have been somewhat in vain. And I don't like that. I like when games present me with the consequences of my choices and actions. Even if I don't have a choice, still there is a consequence to my action. And if the game ends with, oh, everyone was happy and fine after all, then what's the point, really? What's the point of my emotions I feel when killing or booking them then? Doesn't really matter. It's just a game. It's really taking me out of it if that happens. So I kind of like when it's not that I have like a murder boner for people dying or something, or that I'm on the level of George R.R. Martin, where I think that it's just mandatory for someone to die to have any emotional impact, because that's what it feels like with his books at times. But sometimes people die because bad things happen and bad decisions are being made, especially when I play video games. And you have to live with it. And that gives other characters a purpose and character growth. And imagine if we went in here now and suddenly Sinclair's family is alive again because, well, we can't have anything bad happen to them, right? That would completely undermine his entire growth period he's currently going through. Basically his puberty. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know why I'm ranting about it. It's just that I mentioned it in an episode. Someone else mentioned that technology to bring people back from the dead might not seem so far-fetched. And I answered this as well, what I just said, and I haven't checked if they answered, but and not to like disregards anyone's opinion on this or something. It's just my own opinion that I think that it would be very sad if death, the final ending, was just not that in this universe, because then everything goes, right? And we would have like a circle jerk chucklefuck bullshit power ranking the likes of SCP and stuff, where let's not even go there. let's stop here. Let's play. God damn it. She was resting against the wall, exhausted. It seems like she's quite hurt, but at least she's not missing any limbs from what we can see. She was covered in bites and gnawings left by the Pacatula.
괜찮으세요? 일어설 수 있으시겠어요?
You'd think well, maybe we're not carrying any med kits or something the like, because if some of us are hurt, we just kill them and resurrect them. Or I guess I can also rewind minor injuries. Saude could barely talk, let alone stand on her feet. She slowly began to speak, each word filled with pain.
에피는 어떻게
I think he's really fucking dead. Like, for real, though.
살아있죠? 밖에서 만났죠?
Sure. I think she's not gonna make it much longer either. Let's just tell her that he's alive. That's the one thing I'm missing here, actually, during the story segments, having some... even if it's just an illusion of choice. They never... well, they did it in Lobotomy Corporation, but in Ruina, the point where we got an actual choice was at the very, very, very late game. I wonder why they decided on that. It's easier from a story perspective, certainly, and from a canon lore perspective as well, because you don't have different things happening at once. But some games, and especially gachas, just give you an illusion and give you like different... just one different sentence if you choose something else than someone else. So it adds a little bit of flavor still, I think, and I kind of like it. Not a fan of non-decisions, definitely, but in cases like this, just maybe sometimes, you know? Everyone is hesitant to answer Saude's desperate question. Well, I wouldn't even be able to answer her now that I think about it, because TikTok, right? How could any of us inform her of the morbid state Effie was in and how we had to put him out of his misery? Oh yeah, I forgot about that we actually did that. I remember now.
살아있어요.
Thank you, Honglu. Thank you. You have the right mindset, I think. Honglu answered quietly. No sinner came forward to elaborate.
잡담은 그만하지. 또 그 이상한 것들이 기어오는 듯하니.
A swarm of Pacatula approached us. It was as though our guilt about lying to her had gained physical form.
제 불을 따라오십시오.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해냈어요. 좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있는 건 즐겁네요.
So that may sound dumb, but and maybe I will have looked it up on my own in the meantime, but what does Pacatulum even mean? Why are they all Pacatulums? Like, but different kinds of Pacatulums. It must be some Latin word. I'm gonna look it up later if I can remember. I could look it up right now. Okay, we are... Well, definitely we're going through the question mark rooms, right? Because when you're doing the mirror dungeon, you want to fight because you want to level up. But here, we made a dying Saude next to the entrance. No one could truthfully answer her desperate question about Effie's status. Here, it's a chance for an ego gift. And you need these in here, definitely. There's a machine in this dilapidated room. A long, bulky levers at the center of the machine adorned with springs. The urge to pull is growing stronger and stronger. At least it's not a button. What will you do? Use the machine. 50% chance for a positive effect, 50% chance for a negative. Don't even need to finish reading. Of course I use the machine. I'm quite an unlucky guy, but who cares? Putting a spontaneous thought into action is as impulsive and uninhibited as a child reaching for off-limits marshmallows. When you pull down the lever, a clack follows soon after. The spring begins to turn, some slow, some quick, some clockwise, some others counterclockwise. Watching the machine's rumble grow wilder, you feel anxious. I have to pull the lever again, I guess? The machine stopped at last. What's happening? In a machine's stand, the room now began to tremble and crack. A moment later, the ceiling split open, giving way for thousands of nails diving downward. Outside now! Damn it, I told you it was a bad idea to mess with it. That was Ishmael. You and the sinners quickly evacuated the room, but not without harm. God damn it. Oh shit, the 15 SP damage actually hurt more than the 5 HP damage, I think. Because now everyone else is at minus 15, except for the ones that have already fought. Great. Even after several battles, Guido still No! Guido still pursued us with a terrifying persistence. We stopped him at last, and leaving Saude behind, we proceeded to the next area. Okay. I guess? Would he have been in here or what? Everything was a terrible mess, and nobody had the energy for words. You see a large gate in the distance. There's something eerie about the pointed fences and stone walls. It looks to be the only way through this area, but it's guarded by a large number of inquisitors. Is there anything we can do about them? Strike them from behind, run a pride check, begin a combat encounter, pass to buff all allies and reduce the number of waves by 1. Distract them, run a lust check, begin a combat encounter, pass to reduce the number of waves by 2. Or confront them directly, have a free wave combat encounter. What if I fail the checks? Let's go for... Like, I'd rather take the buff and have one more wave instead of just this. Forest is dense. Oh god, no, that's not a good... Why? Why are there no bright sinners among us? But there are gaps within it. If we tread carefully, we might be able to strike the Inquisitors from behind. Give us a considerable advantage in the upcoming battle. Well, yeah, I guess it's... I need to roll once. I'd 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 need to roll once. Oh god, no. What's going on here? I'd need to roll twice. 3 times. 2 times. All the times. No, I can't even. I can't even. 2 times. 2 times. No, I can't. Okay, who do I... Sinclair, it's your dungeon. You need to roll heads once, okay? It's the best I can do. Commence. Oh, my boy. I love you. Heretics, the heretics are here. That we couldn't take them all... that we couldn't take them all down at once. It was enough to break the formation. We'll be able to pass through once. We take the rest down. Good. Enemy waves reduced by 1 for the next battle. At the start of the next battle, all ally units gain free attack power up. Win the next battle to gain an eagle gift.
성공해서.
Very nice. Sinclair, you get to come with us. You did well, my friend. You did very well. Shouldn't be too hard now. We have attack power free after all. Yeah, everything should be dominating basically. So attack power free means the... Oh my good lord. You basically get a +3 on all of your rolls. And still Mersault is getting battered back there. I don't understand. Mersault, what the fuck is going on, my friend?
해보겠습니다.
How can you let this happen? So the patch that will change the stagger thresholds for the sinners hasn't dropped yet. It will in a few days, and my goal is to go through this dungeon before this happens. Because, don't know if I mentioned it before, but people are inevitably gonna say, oh Lambda, you went through this on easy mode because it got patched already. And I don't want it to get patched even more, even though I don't really care about bragging rights of when I cleared which content. I kinda want to still experience some hard stuff, right? It's gonna get hard later on anyway, definitely.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
But a little bit of ball busting at times can be quite nice, right? Like Sinclair, who's getting thoroughly busted up right now. It looks like he's nearly dead. At least one of them died. Okay. And the Cloud Cutter will make short work of this guy as well. Oh no! How did we lose a clash? Good. Do we use an ego? We might as well use an ego here. Just to get a little bit more of an edge.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Well, seems like it's wasted, but who cares? I've taken a look at thread spinning ego as well, and it makes sense to at least do it once with every ego you unlock except for the basic ones, because you unlock the passives you get after using the ego. And that seems to be quite powerful, because why not take that with you if you use them once a battle anyway, in like prolonged encounters. Although the one for Ledger Domain or whatever it's called, Gregor's ego, the green one, doesn't seem quite as strong, just inflicts a debuff on enemies or something. I heard that familiar yet ominous sound of a nail being dragged across the floor from not too far away.
관리자님, 앞으로는 확인 사살을 기본 전투계획에 넣는 것이 어떠신지 건의드립니다.
I would suggest soon including steps in your combat and protocol to confirm that our foes are dead. You mean if we actually killed them or what? The thought of his return... Oh yes, Guido. The thought of his return makes what hair I have stand on end. God damn it, Guido! So he is here still. What the fuck? Sinclair, you should have wailed on him, as I said. How long have you been... Guido approaches at a slower gait than before, but his gaze is firmly fixed on me. I don't want that. I don't want the gaze fixed on me. I needed to rewind the clock. Most of the sinners were either dead or gravely injured. There was no way an effectively non-combatant manager and someone barely holding on to her life could take him.
멈추세요.
Just then, Saude pulled out a gun. Holy shit! Careful! The head! She pointed the barrel at me. At me?
움직이지 마시길 바랍니다.
Okay.
그 시계를 돌리는 순간 제 총이 그대로 머리를 꿰뚫어 버릴 거예요.
What? What's going on? Were you a trap? She was a trap. It was a trap. The sword?
그렇게 쳐다봐도 저한텐 안 들려요. 하지만 말해드릴게요. 당신을 없애는데 협조하면 에피는 살려서 보내준다고
God
했어요.
damn it, you stupid woman! You stupid woman!
시간을 지나치게 오래 끌었다.
Yeah, me too. Guido comes to me and grabs me by the neck. Holy shit, he has massive hands! God. Then he grips my head tightly with his other hand as if to crush it. Well, currently he is the one who grips. Creaks, cracks and rattles ring inside my head. His fingers being inches away from shattering my head terrifies me. How do I even feel pain? Is this it? Is this how I die? Could this have turned out differently if I was a better manager? Surely. I remember Heathcliff menacingly asking if there was a way to open up my head so he could see what's inside. Oh, see if all the gears are spinning the right way, I guess. Tough luck, Heathcliff. You'll be missing out on a good show. I heard a sound. It was the sound of something breaking. Fortunately for me. Come on, Sinclair. It didn't come from my head. Yes! My crazy boy! I swear to God, if I have... No, Secretary would never allow that. If I have another child and if it's a boy, I'm gonna call him Sinclair. Sinclair is far too out there as a name in Germany, I think. Sadly. Could call him Gregor. Oh, Guido staggers. I could call him Guido. Oh god, but Guido is such a goofy name though, I think. Doesn't really fit for a babby. A nail was lodged in his back and Sinclair was gasping for air behind him. He was nearly unconscious, lying still until moments ago. It's a miracle that he managed to get up and do this. I could escape Guido's grasp thanks to him. But Guido stood firm despite Sinclair's desperate attack. He collected his breath and slowly turned around.
그렇군. 그대 또한 이단이라는 것이군.
I think he actually might be the only pure one in here. Like genuinely, completely pure. Like untainted, virgin-like pure. Like olive oil made out of just olives.
너희들 다 미쳤어. 제정신이 아니야.
진행자께서 말씀하셨지. 그대도 또한 진행자일 수 있었다고. 그러나 쉬는 방향이 잘못되었군.
Sinclair, run away! I can't help you.
아니요. 이제 안 도망쳐요.
Oh, if this ends in like Sinclair powering up like Philip did in Ruina, it would be fucking epic.
좋은 대답이네요, 싱클레어 씨.
Gunfire filled my ears, but the bullet struck Guido's head.
스스로 멸망에 이르는 자들이여, 망치는 계속해서.
Why did she not shoot him to begin with then? With those words, Guido fell to the floor motionless. Thank God he died off battle. And in that hush, I heard a handgun drop to the floor. Kick that bitch! Sword!
에피는 역시 죽었죠.
Thanks for realizing now after just admitting to us that you decided to backstab us. What the fuck was the point of that?
당신들은 허술해요. 거짓말을 하려면 좀 그럴듯한 표정이라도 짓던가요.
Yeah, but why didn't you shoot Guido right off the bat then?
소드 씨, 얼른 나가자고. 지혈 좀 하고 그러면은 괜찮을 거야.
I think Gregor has some legit PTSD from the war where he lost too many people, that he's trying to help everyone to both get better and feel better and like cheer them up and stuff. It's kind of sad actually.
맞아요. 제가 지혈대를 챙겨.
무슨 말을 하는 거예요? 제대로 움직이기도 힘든데. 더군다나 저 신문관들은 계속 올 텐데요. 당신들은 계속 내려가야 하잖아요. 제가 여길 맡을 겁니다.
어떻게 그래요?
제대로 움직이기도 힘들다면서요. 그래서는 어떻게 뒤를 맡기겠어요? 네?
저기 이럴 땐 그냥 고개 끄덕이고 잽싸게 넘어가면 되는 거랍니다. 격 떨어지게 남은 사람 걱정을 왜 하는 거예요?
그치만
아, 이거 진짜 구질구질한 장면인 거 알아요? 기껏 멋있는 구도가 잡혔잖아요. 파우스트, 얼른 이 멍청이들 데리고 가줘요.
베르길리우스 씨한테는 안부 전해드리죠.
안부는 무슨, 인사나 한번 와달라고 해주세요. 무슨 뜻인지 알죠?
Did you just tell Faust that she should tell Virgilius to fucking die or something? What the fuck? Let me... Wait. Tell him to come visit and say hello someday. Know what I mean? Tell him to fuck off and die as well. Wow, okay. If that is what you said, then that's incredibly based, I guess. Okay, she did turn out to be pretty cool in the end then. We headed for the next area, leaving Saude to die. We all stayed silent for a long while. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Chroma after 3 strokes have been drawn. A sign. It's an ego gift. After 3 strokes have been drawn. What? It's like wiggling around if I hover over it. A sign. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Chroma. Okay, we can go to the corroded entity block. Or going through the sealed door, it's another question mark encounter. I can hear the sound of something scuttling along the floor. Wonder what it might be, but part of me doesn't want to find out. Okay, a steel door rests on one side of the room. It looks too thick to be easily broken or breached with force. There's gotta be something totally valuable through here if it's guarded this tight. Must be Rodian. The sinner might be right. Treasure might be waiting behind the door. What should you do? Open it with force, run a wrath check, look around for a solution, run a sloth check. I think I have both wrath and sloth, but let's go for sloth. Okay, I have 2 people that have a good sloth advantage. That's 2 out of 3 or 1. I don't know. I don't know what's better, 2 out of 3 or 1. Let's go with 2 out of 3. There would need 2. How is this a normal odd? Whatever, let's just go with this. Alright, we did it. Check passed. I've gotta say, I'm somewhat falling in love with Hong Lu. He's so dreamy in the picture as well. After tinkering with something on the wall, Hong Lu let out a triumphant grunt, which must sound like very effeminate from him, I guess. Even though it's a grunt. Huh? The door was open. Apparently there was a protruding brick next to the door. Hong Lu explained that sliding it back into place got the door to open, then proceeded through. There was a hidden path behind the door. Oh! He healed for 20 SP and there's a new path on the map. Cool. Yeah, we're going down here, the Forgotten Passage. Even after several battles, Guido still pursued us. Okay. We stopped them at last and leaving Saude behind, we proceeded to the next area. Okay, this is basically what it said over here, but it didn't happen yet, so that's a little bit weird, but that's just the way the game is at times. A little bit weird. 1 video per floor is what I'm expecting. And I think I'm somewhat right about that. Holy shit, they have turn end at 4+ count changed to an aggressive state. Attack skill final power +4 this turn. Holy moly. This is an abnormality battle, but I should plus 533. Gregor, you need to take this, because you are still the tankiest among us because you can heal yourself. Sinclair can't take this, definitely. Sinclair can't take anything. He's about to die. Why do I take him with us? Okay, Mersault is also... No, wait, Mersault. How... You're not tanky against... no, you're not good against... What is this? Against pierce damage. I think, yeah, okay, Heathcliff. You can do this. We have to take this one. And everyone else will just wail on this. Alternatively, I could use an ego, but I'm not about to use an ego on Sinclair when he could still lose this. Then again, could he? Let's use an ego next turn. Oh shit, he retaliated because Sinclair was the first one. Oh, come on, Heathcliff! Okay, at least Gregor won. Why are they so incredibly tanky? Okay. Now he has attack power plus 3. And also protection. Well, well, well. Can we use like this? No. We can use this. So, even if we roll the -8, still a 16, right? So Sinclair will be able to take this. And then Gregor will do this. And we're gonna focus on the top one. Sinclair will have to take over again. Come on, please. Okay. Is he clashing against it? Yeah, okay. And Gregor is clashing against that. It's a shame Heathcliff is staggered, but that's just how it is. It's cool that this is like a 2 enemy battle, but it's still pretty hard, actually. I need to think. It's not just due to the numbers of my enemies that it's tougher on me, but because they are actually strong. Okay, his hand is staggered now. I should go all out on him, if possible. But at the same time I can't disregard this. He still has +2 attack power. So that's it's like a 15. If we're unlucky. With 1 coin. Oof. I should just eat it. I should just eat it. And this one is like a 6. 4 to 6. We go with this. Okay, and everyone else will now focus on this. Do I want the rations? What is it again? At less than 25% HP heal... No, we're not at less than 25% HP. I gotta say the passives are very weak. They are very, very weak. Sometimes even outright dog shit, to be honest. But okay. It's alright. We can deal with that. That should be the arm gone, okay. That should actually kill him. Yeah, good. We did it. Shouldn't be a real threat anymore. Especially now that he's paralyzed. I noticed that, pardon me, that the paralyzed paralyze effect takes place immediately in the turn it's applied rather than in the turn afterwards, which makes it weaker, definitely. I think I can just do this now. But it's just how it is, I guess. Seems like he's resistance against slash or something. I'm not dealing a lot of damage to him. Weak against pierce, looks like. And plunge. Is that right? Oh, he's gonna be dead next turn.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Good job, everyone. Good job. An old warehouse key used in certain events expires on use. Where's the old warehouse? Over here! Right next to us, the old warehouse. Oh, okay, let's go. Dozens of old broken crates littered the floor. Ugh, cobwebs. Clearing things away, you found 3 particularly large crates buried underneath. These are all locked. Looks like the keyholes have the same shape. Alas, the key is of a soft constitution. Won't be feasible to use it again once it has been inserted into a lock. Break open the chest? What? What's going on, guys? Are you afraid of like the head coming after you, or? Sounds like you only get one try. Which one should you open? The first crate, an ego gift that boosts defense. The second crate, an ego gift that boosts tremor attacks. Or the third crate, ego gift that boosts bleed attacks. I'd rather take the defense one. Look at us, we're kind of better with some people. Also, it's like a 100% chance to get it, right? This is... The crate contained a worn helm. Oh, 'tis the proper equipment of a knight, is it not? Oh, I love Don. One Sinner excitedly rubs the helm clean. Not a bad haul, all things considered. We carried the helm and our Sinner infatuated by it and left the room. Okay. Defense skill... Oh. Defense skills are so bad. They are so bad. No, I'd rather would have rolled a 50% chance to get anything else. Fighting off corroded inquisitors, we made our way for the Golden Bow in the prison area. I have to bring Sinclair with me. He's gonna get revived if he dies too early, right? Otherwise I'm gonna have to forfeit this run. If Sinclair dies, it's over. That's it. We have to bring him to Chroma at least. During the Chroma fight, he might as well die. I don't care. She's definitely gonna kill him, actually. Now that I think about it. If she has any pierce attacks, he is dead. Alright, let's go. Do I go with the Dark Cloud Blade? Sure, why not? Come on, guys. You really need to whip it out now. And these fools. Show him who's boss. Good. One of them is staggered at least. Okay. Sometimes it feels like I might be thinking what attack I should use, but at the same time I'm still mostly just looking at colors, to be honest. Colors and the text it gives me, like dominating or favored or something. I don't even look at the numbers myself anymore. God, that was a good Cloud Cutter. Holy shit, how much damage was that, Hong Lu? He ended up with a plus 21. Oh, I love him. Why are the male sinners so much better than the female ones? I don't understand. Alright, we can go through the torture chamber before we go to the chapel. Shall we do that? Let's do that. I hear the sound of something scuttling still. The N-Corp Inquisitors were busy torturing someone. Yeah! A filtered scream fills the cramped room. The victims are people with prosthetic bodies. Sinclair didn't utter a word, but his eyes full of wrath and fear were fixed on the torturers. He breathed heavily at irregular intervals, his body shaking. Looks like he might charge forth at any second. Oh, he's like very violently coming in his pants, I can't tell. Do you stop him or... Wait for the torture to end. Certain identities list SP. Stop the torture. Run a wrath check, then begin a combat encounter. Use Sinclair for the check to gain a sign. Pass to weaken all enemies. Yeah, of course I'm gonna use Sinclair. We may not be valiant knights, yet even casting morals aside, we will have to fight them to move on. Do you really mean it? When you explain your plan to Sinclair, he looks back at you with surprise. I thought he would stop me. He spoke anxiously, but he seemed nevertheless happy with the decision. Got it, I'll do it. Sinclair sprinted to where the Inquisitors were alongside the other sinners. Sinclair healed for 30 SP, it's pretty good. I just wish he healed in general. Don Quixote healed for SP. Okay, just these two, I guess. He has a very high chance to do it. As the sinners approached, the Inquisitors cast the victims aside to charge at us. You bastards! Sinclair stood against them at the forefront, but that hammer might be too big for Sinclair's weapon to stop. Well, we have a prediction of... I guess it's because of our sanity that it's predicted higher. And I'm gonna have to do it with Sinclair to get another sign. I don't know what the signs do, but I guess like once I have enough, it's gonna assemble to a super ego. Oh, good lord. Thank God. After all, this is his fight first and foremost. Rah! Sinclair locked his halberd against the handle of the hammer and parried it to the side. Parrying a hammer must be freakishly hard. Strong boy. With their leader's attack thwarted, the Inquisitors were thrown into disarray. We'll be able to keep the flow of the battle in our favor by taking the lead now. Okay. Equal gift a sign earned. Combat encounter. All enemies are inflicted with 5 attack power down. Sweet! Alright, these are also very strong. Let's hope that we can gain 5 attack power down each turn and -3 for this turn. Wow, that's just fucking swell, isn't it? I mean, I can still lose. I should be careful, but at the same time, it's a good opportunity for me to just gain ego resources. Okay, they have -3 now. Is he dead? Yeah, okay. One of them is dead. One is staggered.
해보겠습니다.
Okay. You know what I should be doing? I should be, if ego resources stay in the dungeon, I should be using someone that has the resources I'm gonna need later on for the Honglu's Pride, basically. That's what I need. Is this Pride? The light blue one? I should be using someone that has attacks like these. Maybe, if I can remember, I'm gonna do this on the next floor. Because then I can just use it up on the final battle, or like on the harder battles. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Chroma after 3 strokes have been drawn. So I need 3 of them? Oh, I hope I'm gonna get... I mean, I got 2 of them out of the first floor already. Let's go to the chapel. I can hear the sound of something scuttling along the floor. It's still the same. My progress has saved. And with that, we're gonna go down into the next floor. But it's also gonna be the end of the video. So let's see. We're gonna enter. There's gonna be a story here, which we're gonna keep in this video, I think. Oh, also a battle apparently. That's a change of scenery. There certainly is the sound of something moving along the floor. Oh yeah. It's just what I needed.
저것들도 환상체인가?
자세히 봐요. 환상체가 아니에요. 인장이 박혀 있어요.
Yeah, excuse me. They are abnormal ladies, okay? Ishmael whispered softly to us. Upon closer inspection, I could spot the emblems she mentioned. They were the ones worn by the Inquisitors.
에고 침식 현상이군요.
그 기분 나쁜 상태를 말하는 건가?
전투 중에 멘탈이 흔들릴 때 그랬던 것 같은데 마치 뭔가에 잡아먹히는 것 같다고 할까요?
I think the only one it happened to before was Sinclair. Honestly, he's the only one that it happened to me with so far, I think.
우자구적 씹혀 먹히는 것과는 괴가 다르지만 본질을 좀 먹어 들어간다는 것을 생각하면 괜찮은 표현이네요. 그리고 이 장소는 아까 층과는 다르게 의체들을 고문만 하는 장소가 아닌 것 같아요. 스스로 침식을 강행시키는 장소라는 말이 타당하겠군요.
Why would they want that? If they value purity above all else, basically, why would they want to be turned into monsters themselves? Staring at those beings stumbling about. Staring at those beings stumbling about? It evoked complex feelings that made me sigh. Am I being aroused or what? Is my artificial head really worth raging over? So much so that they would transform themselves into something far more hideous than having a clock for a head? Choosing to lose themselves, being possessed. What about when they claim the golden bow after going to these lengths? Will it even be used for their benefit? Then it occurred to me. Am I really so different from those unsightly salads? Yes! When I'm searching for the golden bows without even knowing what they'll be used for? Oh. Oh god, no, actually I'm a pawn myself. Four-legged beasts. Jeez, they have a lot of HP. Oof, I don't even know the passives or what. Oh no, I do remember, yes! This fucking attack is so horrible. Is it this attack or another one where they just go ham on you? Oh, but we should be able to deal with it like that. I trust the system. I trust the game to make the right decisions. I regret it immediately. Really should have used an ego, I guess. Okay, leave it to Sinclair to pull through. Rabbit Ram. And then 2 more Furious Chases. Well, we're gonna use an ego here. We're gonna use another ego here. Because we just went for a checkpoint. I can't die with someone now. Don't want to go into the next episode with less people. I wonder which episode this is actually. Is it like episode 20 or something? Must be more than that. 22 at least, I'm sure. Okay, one of them is halfway down. Sadly didn't roll heads there. Oh wait, why did it only hit one of them? I guess both went on his coins, which is fucked up. Why did it do that? Anyway, this guy now has final power +3. Oh, this dude as well. All of them, actually. Great. Then we're gonna do this instead. And legitimately just hope for the best. Which might not happen. Okay, if we are actually lucky, we're gonna kill one of them before he can do anything. Oh god, no. Oh, sadly we're using the ego attack on the one that's already dead, basically. That's gonna kill him though. Which is a good thing in the grand scheme of things. Okay, we survived it. All is well. If we can somehow get past the evasion, holy shit. Oh my good lord. Oh, thank god, it had to run out. Sooner or later, I guess.
없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Okay, it's done. We won! Easy! This game is too easy! Saying it now. Ah, Chroma's gonna rip me a new one. She's gonna go in dry. Ego Gift gets! At the start of the turn, allies with lust skills have the following. If the unit took no damage from attacks last turn, apply 2 haste and 2 defense power up. Unit took damage from attacks last turn, apply 2 bind and attack power up. Oh well, I don't really care about the bind. You get something good, regardless, right? Haste is good and attack power up is good. Both are great. Good. Floor 2, which I can't even move the screen anymore. Next episode. Bye everyone, bye bye.